Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and we are presented by the Hula Bowl. Today I have with me Gregory Jr. He's a defensive back out of Ouachita Baptist. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well, man. Nice to have you on. Where exactly is Ouachita Baptist for people who don't know?
It's like central Arkansas area.
Central Arkansas area. Okay, so Gregory, kind of give me a brief summary of you, if you don't mind. Kind of walk us through your journey a little bit about, how you got there to Ouachita.
All right, yes, sir. So I'm from Crossett, Arkansas. Went to school at Crossett High School. Played football all 4 years. Coming into my senior year, I had offers from all the Division twos in Arkansas. I had some interest looks from like UCA and like ULM visits. Then just going into that process of recruiting, I took all my visits to all the Division twos, and just when I went to visit Ouachita, I felt like I was at home. They treated me like family, just brought me in, showed me love, and just the most thing that stood out to me was how instead of just wanting you to come be a great football player, they want you to leave as a great man also. So that really just stood out to me, and just the environment there is nice.
Great. So obviously playing defensive back there for Ouachita. I have you in my notes about 6 foot, 195 pounds. But tell me a little bit about what really that means for you as a defensive back there. Kind of explain a little bit, like where are you playing typically on in a football game?
Usually I play the right side of the field corner. So and me being 195, 6 foot, I'm more of like a bigger corner. So the main thing I focus on is just working on my technique and just being physical at the line of scrimmage, and just my defensive back coach, Coach Dean, he really focused on details and like technique, and it starts with your eyes. That's one thing he pinpointed the most, and just giving him credit for getting not just me but just the whole secondary in line and game ready on for Saturday.
Gotcha. So uh, were you who were you a fan of growing up? I mean, obviously you're a corner now. I mean, is there maybe a corner that you have been a fan of for a while that you try and emulate or model your game after?
I used to, when he played, I used to like Darrell Reeves, and I like Darius Slay now. I like watching Darius Slay for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Interesting. So like, what does that mean? I mean, are you? I know it's kind of a funny question, but like, some of those guys may have had like the persona of like a diva. Do you see yourself as a diva?
No, sir, not really.
Okay.
I'm a calm person. I just play the game. I don't get all into the diva stuff.
No. It's okay. I'm just kind of thinking of some of these. I mean, they're really good corners. I mean,
Yes, sir.
but the other aspect about a corner occasionally is that some of these guys, they are big trash talkers. Are you the guy that will give a little bit of that, or like, is that going to come across occasionally?
I mean, it just depends, but usually I'm locked in. I don't try to get into all that. But I mean, I say something every once in a while, but it's nothing to try to get me off my game.
Sure. I mean, I just kind of throw that your way because I swear it is part of some people's game. I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
joking with you. And sometimes all you gotta do is say something, and everybody is like in a fight. So, um, yeah, I mean, Greg, you were just telling me a bit about you playing corner, playing more or less like that lockdown corner on the right side. Um, have you had any experience on special teams that you want to share?
Yes. Freshman year, year, mostly I played special teams, kickoff, punt return as a gunner, and kickoff return as a center. So I played it all my years at Washington, so every part.
But mainly here lately, you're probably not on many of those units, right? That's
Uh,
not how you're being used right now, correct?
no, sir. Special teams is a part of what I am today, so I start
Okay.
on 3 special teams.
Okay. Well, I mean, at least they give you a chance to go out there. I mean, tally up a few tackles to say the least would be kind of
Yes,
nice.
yes, sir.
Um, so Gregory, um, typically when I sit down and talk to a small school guy, one of the things that comes to mind for me is 2020. In 2020, obviously, COVID-19 hit, this whole pandemic, and everything got shut down. A lot of people didn't have any games, and so I just kind of want to get your take on last season for you, because I mean, obviously with nothing really going on, how did you stay motivated? Was there any part of your game that you tried to get better at?
All right. I really just stay motivated just by just staying locked in with my teammates, just making sure we still like have a camaraderie, and just being able to just still come together, lift weights, and just watch film. Cause I mean it's still a grind, and just really I focus during that COVID time. Really focused on just like my academics. They give me time to focus on that, and just make sure I stand on pace to graduate on time, and just watching film, just learning from the old Greg Jr. So just and just
Sure.
enjoying my time off really.
So you were telling me that you were catching up on your academics. What are you doing there at Ouachita right now as a student?
Well, I have one class left, and so I'm just really just taking electives.
So, but I'm saying, what's going to be your degree when it's all said and done? When you got
It's a kinesiology. It's pre-professional studies for pre-physical therapy.
nice. Well, I mean, hey, I know you're taking one class right now because, like, you have a little bit more eligibility left. So, I mean, you want to
Yes, sir.
you want to go out there and play some ball. So you got to take at least a little something.
Yes,
But
sir.
having a kinesiology degree is going to be great for you, especially with as an athlete.
Yes, sir.
Um, So Gregory, you were talking a little bit about, like, again, like over the pandemic, really focusing on you, in the film room, in the weight room. So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's first address the weight room. Tell me about your attitude towards the weight room, and maybe like a favorite lift of yours, if you don't mind.
Well, I love the weight room. Even just coming from high school, I was always in the weight room on weekends, in and out, and just coming to college, just being there with my teammates, lifting weights, seeing everybody grow and just progress over the years. It's just that's the best thing. That's the best feeling in the world. Best feeling in the world, just seeing growth. So, and I say one of my favorite lifts is just power clean or hang clean, because that's like one of the most. That's how you work on your explosiveness. So.
Awesome. And what about you in the film room? Can you kind of give me an idea of, like, how perhaps you have broken down film in the past, and maybe even an example of how that paid off in like a game time situation?
All right, so really, just how like when I watch film or when we watch film as a defensive group, we look at like the tendencies of the receiver, like that, the releases, the splits, it's just like split release, quick release, and just then when it comes to like the quarterback, just seeing his reads and like ball lane and all that. So it's really just knowing your opponent.
Gotcha. And of those opponents that you've had over the years, is there any one particular team or player that kind of sticks out as maybe like your toughest competition?
I'll say Oklahoma Baptist receiver Josh Cornell. He's pretty talented player.
Nice. And give a shout out to one of your teammates there. Who there at Ouachita Baptist does everybody need to know?
I have to say Hayden Lassiter. We come in, well, we played each other all throughout high school. And he helped me. Well, he helped convince me to come to Ouachita Baptist. So and he's just been by my side the whole ride. Always, he's a good motivator, and he wants the best out of everybody. And he's a good competitor.
Awesome. So Gregory, I want to talk about maybe like your most memorable moments or maybe a highlight of your career, if you don't mind. I mean, is there maybe a moment that you kind of want to, I don't know, share with me about like let's say we had one play and we have to show everybody about you and your skills. Is there maybe something that I don't know is in the back of your mind, like always playing that you could share?
Yes, sir. I have to say it was my sophomore year. We was playing Southern Arkansas. It was 30-4, and I had a big hit that game. It was really a turning point of the game. So that right there was
Nice.
probably my
So
favorite memory.
a big hit is kind of interesting because usually like the highlights that come from guys in the secondary are getting a pick and going for a great return. But it's interesting how you decided to go with like a big hit. So, but I mean, as a guy of your size, I feel like that's one of the biggest things you got going for you. Really, is like you know you're not afraid to come down and lay the boom on somebody. So
Yes, sir.
I love that. Again, pretty big guy, 195, 200 pounds, maybe in that range. So I mean, a guy that can deliver those blows, definitely cool. Um, so I realized talking with you a little bit that you actually participated in some other sports growing up. So if we were to chat about that really quick, basketball and baseball, your experiences in those sports, how do you feel that that has helped you develop as a football player?
I feel like baseball helped me just working on like quickness, agility, being able to move from side to side, and just hand and eye coordination. Honestly, just being able to be able to work with just all types of players. So
Sure. Um, you are you still a baseball fan? Are you watching what's going on right now? I mean, how'd you feel about the World Series the other night?
I'm not. I haven't really been locked in with baseball like the last couple years, but I mean, I still watch every once in a while. But it's just there's so many games during the season, so it's really like during the baseball season. So I really just don't watch it like that. But I
No,
watch like the highlights and stuff.
no, I get you. Are you a fan of any other sports team or anything? I mean, basketball or what have you?
Yes, sir. I'm a LeBron fan.
LeBron. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people are LeBron fans, so um, I get you. I was going to ask you because I try and ask everybody a little bit of a psychological esque question. So, um, if you were able to go back in time, maybe sit down with your younger self in high school, that kid who's playing all those sports, um, whisper a little bit of advice in his ear. What kind of message would you give him?
I would say to him that to don't take nothing for granted. Control what you can control, and just cherish every moment because once it's gone. Like time don't wait on nobody. So just live life to the fullest.
No doubt, man. Completely understand that. So, uh, time is certainly catching up on my side. So, um, what about what's the best lesson you've ever learned from a coach, whether it be your high school or some of your coaches there at Ouachita? Is there a lesson that kind of sticks with you?
Sir, my high school coach, football high school coach, he always said it's not personal, it's business. So one thing I just took from that is just it may not it's never like your fault. It could be like just the best thing for the football team or it's certain just what's best for anything. Just it's nothing against you, it's just what's best for the team.
Sure, no, I mean I get it. I mean, things happen on the football field, so I mean I understand how that goes. I want to get a chance to learn who Gregory Jr. is outside of an athlete, outside of a football player. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. Something interesting, something fun, interests, hobbies, special talents, or anything else you got going on in your life. So, go ahead and hit me with something.
All right. I played the piano for 4+ years.
Okay.
And I was in band. I'm a percussionist. I play at church sometimes whenever they need a fill in or anything. I used to be on the swim team when I was little. So
Wow.
uh, yes, sir.
Okay. Um,
And
any other personal interests of yours that you like to do, like in your spare time?
I like to play video games. I like to just go out, just not shop, but I like to just go to like malls and stuff, just look around.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, obviously, if you do end up making it to the pros, you'll be able to shop and get whatever you want. So, um, I want you to think about maybe this possibility. So, like, if you do get to the pros, you get that big paycheck. What's going to be like that first main purchase of yours?
Probably about get my mom something. She deserves something for all the
Yeah,
hard work she put in.
of course, no doubt. Uh, let's go ahead and wind this interview down a little bit. I mean, it's great to sit down and chat with you about who you are as a person and athlete. Um, I try and ask everybody this question, even though it's a little corny, and that's just the why question. And the why question you've kind of somewhat answered a little bit, but really what I'm getting at again is just why do you play this game of football, and who or what motivates you the most?
I play this game of football because I love it. I played it all my life, and I always told myself that the day I'm not having fun playing football, I wouldn't want to play it anymore. So I try to just go out there and just have positive energy and not think about anything. Just go out there and play.
Great.
And
Anything else?
and my biggest motivation is my mom, because she's a hard worker. Uh, she haven't gave up. She still is fighting, and she just and I want to not just do it for me, but do it for her because she means so much to me.
No doubt, man. And obviously, getting to the next level, getting that first paycheck and saying, "Mom, like whatever you want, I got you." You want a new handbag, new car, new outfit. Here you go. Here's a blank check. Like that would be fantastic. Um, Gregory, I know that there are likely some scouts that have come watch you guys, come to your practices, come to your games, and a lot of those guys, they may or may not have actually sat down with you and done an interview with you, but like I want to give you the opportunity to really just address those scouts right now. I mean, anybody that might be interested in you, tell them why they need to take a chance on you and sign you and draft you or whatever and bring you into their franchise. So, what kind of teammate would you be for them?
I said I'm a hard worker. I love the game of football. I come in with the mentality of being the first one in, the last one to leave, and I just want to just be the best
Sure.
and just help out any way I can.
Great. And I think that you will get that opportunity. I mean, again, just kind of walking through your journey a little bit at Ouachita. I mean, you're probably as you transition to the pros going to be having a similar journey where you're going to come probably going to be on special teams, being a gunner or something, which you are capable of doing. And of course, a guy of your size, I mean, coming down maybe on special teams, laying the boom on somebody, causing a fumble would be excellent. And then obviously moments like that are going to help you kind of work your way up the depth chart, man, and really get noticed by everybody. So I do think you got a lot going for you. What's going on right now at Ouachita Baptist? How are you guys doing this season?
We're doing pretty good. We got a big game this week against Southeast Oklahoma. So just getting ready to prepare for them and looking forward to a fight on Saturday.
Nice. Well, best of luck to you in that game and really the rest of the season and everything you got going on. And again, just kind of thank you for sitting down with me with this interview. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Again, I have with me Gregory Jr. He's a defensive back out of Ouachita Baptist. Definitely check him out.